Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire, everyone. A lovely, freshly ploughed field, just done a couple of weeks ago. What I'm going to do, because I'm struggling for daylight, so by the time I'm finished work, it's normally pitch black. So I am going to pick away and I'll stitch videos together. So I'll probably have filmed them over multiple sessions, but I'll just put them all into one. Assuming, of course, I find anything. So at the moment, it's just me. The other boys are all working. I've got a sneaky couple of hours, so I have popped out on my own. This field was ploughed a couple of weeks ago. It's had a chance to settle down because it was initially a nightmare to walk on. But now it's had a couple of weeks of rain on it. So let's see what we get. We've had some nice things off this field in the past. Fingers crossed. Well, barely 3 feet away from the silver foil, which was just there. Sounds better than silver foil, but I could be wrong. Well, we're out on the first spadeful. Wasn't that deep. Oh, I think we've got a coin. Oh, I think we might have more than one signal. Let's check that in a minute. We have got, don't believe it, it's a spendable. It's a 1p, I think. Spendable. It's not, it's a 5p. These should be silver in coloured. I think they're made of nickel, so they go brown in the soil quite quickly. Just shows you people are still losing coins in fields. Some things never change. Have we got a date? We do. It is 1991. The wind is howling. Hopefully the noise cancelling microphone's doing its job, but I've got a nice signal here. Sounds very coin-like. Let's see what we get. So again, out on the first hole. Oop, cable in the way. And it is green and it's round. Is it a coin? It's a bloody button. It's a button. It is a button. Damn it. Well, as buttons go, it's actually not too bad. There is writing on the back. It's something and sun, I can just make out. Normally this type of button, it says the Strand. I think it says Strand there. S-T-R-A-N-D at the bottom. So I think it's the Strand London, and it is L-O-N. I can see London there as well. So I can't make out the, is it Irvin and Sons possibly? Or someone, Ermin and Sons. But they were a big maker of buttons in the 17/1800s. And this is quite a nice one. We have got a stag complete with antlers. And that's probably going to be sometime in the late 17 into the early 1800s. I would call this a livery button, so probably off of a jacket or a waistcoat that would have been worn by an estate worker. And the estate would have had their own particular style of button that either had the coat of arms of the family or a crest of such like. And clearly for this one they chose a deer. Another good sound on this one. I don't think it's going to be very deep, whatever it is. And it isn't. No spade required. Let's do a wee live dig then, seeing as I've got a free hand, without needing to dig a hole. Ah, there's something there. There is something there. Is that it? That is it. That is it, but I've got no idea what that is. Well, I don't know what this one is. It's green, it's copper alloy, and there's just a remnants of a little bit of leather attached, so I don't know, possibly a bit of a bridle or some sort of horse tack of some description. Signals are coming thick and fast. Another one there, worth a go. It doesn't sound amazing. Out the hole on the second spade. Oh my god, it's everywhere. Ugh, what's going on here? See a bit of brown. I think we've got another spendable. Maybe not. I think it's a threepence. It's got that sort of, what is it, 8-sided. And I think it's going to be a threepence. But I think it is going to be, oh, dropped it. I think it is going to be Queen Elizabeth. It is. It's going to be Queen Elizabeth II again. So not a spendable, but pre-decimal. So it's going to be pre-1970s. It shows you what junk they make modern day coins out of. I've found 1,000-year-old coins and they've been in better condition than this. This is Elizabeth II, so the present Queen. On the back it would say 3p or threepence, as we would say. There's a portcullis and there's a date, kind of 1957, I think it is. Yep, 1957 at the bottom there. Well, this one didn't sound amazing, but it is something. This is a little copper alloy stud and it's going through leather. So this black brown stuff here is leather still attached. So this is probably from a horse bridle or saddle fitting or something like that. Date wise, probably going to be from the 1800s through into the early 1900s, I suspect. And we've got another one. This was on the surface, I didn't even need to dig for it. It was just basically there. I just scuffed my foot and up it popped. And it is part of a buckle. Not much in the way of decoration, just a couple of little lines. It's quite plain in style and design, but I think it's got a bit of age to it. I think that could be as old as Jacobean. It probably is going to be Georgian, so it's going to put it somewhere between 1715 and 1820. I suspect it's probably a little buckle off of a pair of trousers. Looks a bit small to be off a shoe, but let me know in the comments if you've got a better idea. Another little surface find. You wouldn't be in Scotland if you didn't find a Buckfast bottle cap. So this is a lid off a Buckfast bottle. For anyone who doesn't know, Buckfast is an abbey run by, I think it's Benedictine monks in the south of England. I think it's in Devon. And Buckfast is a tonic wine, and famously on the label it says, tonic does not imply health-giving properties. I think it's about 12.5% alcohol, and it is full to the brim of caffeine, and it's the go-to drink for a lot of people in Scotland, particularly in Ayrshire and the greater Glasgow area. Here we've got another surface find, and it unfortunately is broken, but it's part of a little buckle. Pin would have been in this middle bar. It's a shame because it's a little bit decorated. I'm guessing that that's going to be Georgian again in date, so probably 1715 through to the 1820s, but it could be a little bit earlier. Just a shame it's damaged, but two little buckles from the same sort of period in history. The last find of the day, and it's a surface find again, and it's not metal, it's glass. But that is a chunky big bit of glass. Don't know what that would have been part of. Maybe a big sort of amphora or a big glass type bowl, I don't know, but age wise, I don't know, I'm guessing probably 1800s, 1900s, but Yeah, it's a big old chunky bit of black glass. I'm back. We have stitched together 2 different days of metal detecting, except this time I have 2 hangers on. So on the left hand side we have Martin, on the right hand side we have Fletch, or Paul as he's also known. Martin, incidentally, is famous. I'll put a little snippet of an article in that appeared in the Searcher metal detecting magazine. Martin and Peter both appear because of Martin's gold noble that he found, which is still waiting to be straightened. And Peter's beautiful little silver medieval ring also gets a mention. And for some reason my name is there too, and I'm in huge letters even though I didn't do anything. So I'll put a little screenshot of that in. We're back on the field. Let's give it a bash, see if we can turn anything up before it gets dark. I managed to walk all of 3 feet and just spotted a little bit of pottery. Sort of blue and white, looks like a little village scene or a little country scene. You can see a few buildings and some trees. Stick that in my pocket. I always like to pick up little bits of decorated pottery. I don't know what I do with them, but they go in a drawer somewhere. And we've got our first signal. Took me all of 3 feet to find that. I think it might be junk, but I'll give it a go. It's a bit erratic. Well, I can't believe that. I turned my metal detector on right there, and I walked to here, got a signal, and it's actually a coin. It is definitely a coin. I can't believe that. It's probably the quickest coin I think I've ever found. Well, here she is. It's a bit crusty. They normally always are, but you can clearly see Britannia seated on the rock. There would have been a date there at the bottom, but can't really. Maybe an 8 there. So it'd be 1780 something, possibly. And I think this is a halfpenny because of its size. And on this side, we can just make out, give it a bit more of a little rub. There we go. We have got a head looking to the right, and we've got a 111. So it's George III. George III, the madness of King George. George who lost the Americas, and that puts it sometime between 1760 and 1820. I've come into the edge of the field a little bit. Think that might be a big bit of iron, but let's give it a bash. Well, my God, I wasn't wrong there. It is a very big bit of iron. It is an iron wheel. I don't know what that's going to be off of. Maybe off a piece of sort of threshing machinery or something like that would have been out in the fields back in the day. But this weighs probably about 3 pounds. Solid iron. God, this one's blow my ears off. Let's see what we get. Could it be another coin? On this occasion, it is circular, but it is not a coin. I've never quite been able to figure out what these are made of. It's very heavy. I don't know if it's like a zinc or a lead. However, this is the bottom of a Mills hand grenade. Martin is struck, well, not gold, but the time doesn't work anyway. He's got a Casio. He's got a Casio, water resistant. Someone's lost their watch. Japan, made in China, stainless steel. Well, there you go, that's what your wife's getting for Christmas. He's got a musket ball, so it's probably going to date to the 17 into the 1800s. Fired from a big long barrelled musket. He's got a Georgian coin as well. It's a bit of a crude shape, so I'm guessing that's probably not going to be George III. That's probably going to be George II or George I. So I'll put it somewhere 1714 through to 1760. Could even be earlier. It could be a Gavillium, a William and Mary. There's a head on there. Let's look into the right hand side. That will probably clean up a wee bit, but there's definitely a nose. You can see a nose and an eye. Possibly George the First, but it's facing the right way to be William as well, Gavillium. So it looks like a penny or a halfpenny, and he's got another wee thing. It looks kind of like a broken coin. So I've got a surface find again, I think right there. That looks like it might be a musket ball, and it is. That is a lead musket ball. Looks like it's been fired because it's a little bit misshapen. Slightly smaller calibre than the one Martin had just 10 minutes or so ago, but probably dates to the 1700s, possibly into the start of the 1800s. Could be a little earlier as well though, but another nice find. Sun is setting, it's getting quite dark. We might have, just to top things off, a coin out the hole at the first scoop. Oh, we have got a coin. Definitely a coin. George the Sixth, I think. Got a lovely patina. Sort of olivey green colour. Looks good in the sunset. It is a ship's halfpenny in very good condition. 1947. And on this side, Georgius the Sixth, by the grace of God, King of the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. So this is the present Queen's father. So just about approaching pitch darkness, and I think this will be my last signal of today. Sounds pretty good though. Let's see what we get. So we're joined by the Wellington boots of Fletch, who so far has found, as we say in Scotland, hee-haw. Oh no, he's waving something at me. Let's see what he's got before I dig. Oh, it's beautiful. That is a thingamabob. I'm going to guess something to do with water, maybe. Well done. He did find a button which fell apart when he tried to clean it. Oh, in fact, I think I can see it already. I think that's it there. I think we might have another coin. Definitely looks round. Oh no, it's a 2p. It is a spendable. The light's terrible because it's just about dark, but I believe it is Queen Elizabeth. It is. It's a 2p piece. Queen Elizabeth II, 1971. Always say, don't forget to check your hole. That's where I got my 2p. First spadeful I put there, check the hole, still a signal. Second one I put there, that's where the 2p was. Just scanned this one here, and look there. That is, I think, another coin. Possibly. It's very bent if it is a coin. Or it's a button. Fletch providing some light. I think it's a coin. A very bent coin, but let's give it a wee clean up and see if we can see any detail. Paul's providing some lighting, seeing as it's getting so dark. It is a coin. It's a very thin coin, but I can't see any detail on it. I would guess, because of its relative thinness, could be a William, so a Gavillium or a William and Mary. Could be an Anne, Queen Anne, or it could maybe even be an early Georgian, George the First, something like that. I'll need to try and straighten it when I get home and give it a proper clean up, but as you can see it's bent at 90 degrees, but struggling to see any detail. Definitely looks like a coin though, probably a penny or a halfpenny. And it's a good way to end the day, so thanks for watching.